Karen.
Have you ever been deprived of food, water, shelter, maybe choice? Well, today I'm going to tell you a story that one deals with a proposition, 2 an ultimatum, and 3 an outcome. Of course, if you don't know, I'm Indian, not the native, not that type of Indian. I'm the, magic carpet, Aladdin, whatever, okay? Yes, I'm that type of Indian, not related to nobody at a gas station, but maybe a convenience store, don't know. So first off, I want to talk about my father. When I was 15 years old, I come home. My mom and dad are divorced by means. And every weekend I was off and on. To their house. I was at my dad's house this weekend. I'm 15 years old. I come home from school, and he hurries up and takes me to the side. He's like, "Now get in jeet." He's like, "Listen very, very carefully." He's like, "There are 3 men sitting down. This is what you're going to do. First, I'm going to tell you the proposition." He tells me, "You're going to spend 15 minutes with each of them, and you're going to get to know everything about them. I'm going to spend 15 minutes with each of these men, and I'm going to know everything. I'm going to find out everything about them. And then you're going to come back to me after the 15, after each 15 minutes." I'm like, okay, whatever. As I'm going through this, one of the men tells me, one of them is a prince of Sharem. There's many princes in India, so it's not really a big deal. So he's the prince of Sharem. The second guy, he's an American doctor. The third one is a congressman of India. And each of these men's net worth is probably, in India, in American dollars, they're millionaires. Okay, so money is not an issue right now. And as I'm spending time with them, getting to know them, I'm starting to come across like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And I go back to my dad, and I tell him, he's like, "You are going to get married today." He's like, "Well, you are going to be married, and you're going to like it." And I was like, okay, so I'm going to be married, and what can I do about it? He said, "Nothing." I was like, no. What do you mean nothing? He's like, "There's nothing." He's like, you're a Sikh woman. You're my child. You're a Dhaliwal. He's like, "I'm a congressman of India. You have to do this. This is what you were. This is who you are. This is what you're made for. You need to follow through with this." So I go back in there, and then the men have presented gifts, and I was like, oh my goodness. So one of them have brought me, and this, it was pretty. One of them, and this is real, and it's like they're called saris, but this has real diamonds embedded into it, and it's worth a lot of money. It may not look like it, but it's a lot, and I've had it since I was like 15, 16, and it was made. My dad had brought people the week before, fitters, to the house, and I didn't know why he was bringing them. And they had adjusted and fitted me for this and made a personal dress for me. And then when he came, this is what he had brought me. And this dress is probably worth about $2,000, so it's not like that much. And then another guy had brought American money and had brought over $3,000, and that is not anymore, because and I was allowed to keep, after all this, I was allowed to keep it. And then the last guy, these are real rubies, and I wasn't allowed to take this, but I took it anyway from I had let my grandma keep my jewelry, so in case I wouldn't pawn it or anything. So I let her keep it. These are real rubies, and it goes to a set, and the only time you could wear all this jewelry, it's a necklace, it's bracelets, and then you wear something over your forehead, and the only time you can wear it is when you're married. And hopefully I don't get in trouble because I snuck, because I really wanted to show you guys that this is real, and this is what when you're a married Sikh woman, you need to you only wear this the day you get married, and then you never wear it again. You pass it on to your daughter, or it's your son to pass it on to his wife. And the last thing and also they brought me, I had American money and they brought Indian money as well, but I couldn't do much with it. But what was left of it was rupees in their cents, if you guys want to see it. So there's only like American money, there's only like $20 worth right here. so you can't take it anywhere. But so as these men came, they brought me gifts, and it was really nice, and each of them were really nice. But my persona of the Indian culture, like I am who I am. I'm Indian and I'm American. That's what my point is today. And my father is he came from India to America, but he is so strongly in his belief that he cannot evolve into this culture. And even though he has kids, he couldn't accept that his kids were evolving into this culture, and it made me sick. Made me sick that I had to stay in this culture, and I had to stay in my roots of India, which I love, but I couldn't convert. I couldn't evolve into being what I'm part American too. I couldn't be both. So he lives here in America, but he doesn't want anything to do with this culture, which I don't understand that. So as the men, we talk to the men, everything, at the end of the day, he comes back to me and he's all, so, you talk to each man, they gave you gifts, what do you decide? Everything's going through my head, and I was gonna go through with it because I love my father. I look up to him. He's the strongest person in my life. He has held us through a lot of things. But as I look at him and I'm like, no. I'm like, this is not me. He's all, what has America done to you? And I was like, America hasn't done anything to me. I was like, this is who I am. I am not just Indian, I'm American too. I'm the only one born here out of all my generation, out of all my cousins. And so I tell him that I can't do this. And he tells me, if you walk out, you are dead to me. And what do you guys think I did?
Walked out.
I sure did.
She said, like, sorry, Daddy.
I sure did. I love my family, and this is not about disrespect. I believe that if you believe in something hard enough, do anything you can, you better stick behind it. And my belief was I should have the right. I do not want to be deprived of choice. I want to be able to love who I want to love, when, where, whatever. Okay, no one's going to hold me down from that. So now that I have discussed to you guys about my proposition, which my dad presented me with marriage, the ultimatum that he gave me, that if I didn't marry, then I need to walk out on this family. And third, the outcome was that I did walk out. And now I am dead to my father, but you know what? I have my pride still, and that's what matters to me the most.